How you doing? You. Get on up out of there. That's not your room anymore. And you know it's not. So get on up out of there. It's okay. It may hurt, but growth hurts. It doesn't feel good. It hurts. No pain, no pain, no gain. Oh, no pain, no pain, no gain. No, 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 no. It's no pain, no gain. That's just the real. You can't make people understand where you are when they have never been there where you are. You can't make them do that. Just like you can't make a person step into consciousness. Either they're ready or they're not. They have a process that they are here to fulfill and a process and journey that they're here to go through. As I always say, just like when women have babies. We have babies and we all have the trimesters, but we all have different stories. So I may not know what you're going to go through throughout your journey, but one thing I do know, if you choose to be guided, then you are going and choose to be guided, going with the ebb flow. Yes, and sometimes it's a rocky road, because especially if you have not been doing that in the way that you are being called to do that. Now, it's going to be a little rocky, and it's okay for it to be a little rocky. Just keep going. And your intention is what is going to save your life, is going to save you in terms of your peace, right? Your true happiness, which is true joy. And there is nothing attached to the joy but your soul. The energy that is inside of you, right? So go on and get up out of there. And don't try to make somebody understand something that they will not ever understand, because they are not. And I know when somebody said, when you say somebody not on your level, who the hell you think you are? You know, you ain't all that kind of stuff. Those are common conversations from individuals who are haters. Okay? But it is also wisdom for you to understand that you can't make somebody open their mind. That is something that is a process of free will. It is a process of also passion and desire to go to the next level. That is something that you do not have any control over when it comes to somebody else. One thing I will say, I'll invite you to do is meditate. And meditate on the behalf of your loved ones or friends. Meditate and allow for divine source energy, your spirit team, to show you, to give you signs and wonders as to what you are to experience. What in this moment now? What am I to experience in this moment now, so that the divine purpose for this moment now for you can be realized, without you stressing yourself out about what somebody else doesn't see, that they are not going to be able to see because they are not in your world. These are worlds that we are. Let's look at it as worlds. Every day you get up, every decision you make, you are in a world. There is a world that you have chosen to be in, and until which time you are pulled out of that world, or you have chosen to, wait a minute, hold on. This is not what I said. Let me turn around up in here, right? And you chose to go the opposite. You choose to go the opposite way. Then whatever is in that world, you are subjected to. It is up to you to decide to do an about face, or you to decide to at least set the intention that I'm getting up out of here. Now that I've walked up in here, there are certain things that I may experience, but I still keep the conscious mind and understanding to realize this is not my world, and I'm on my way the hell up out of here. Right? Because sometimes we walked in some worlds that is going to take a process to get out of. Now, when you get out of that world, that's right. All of it is learning, because divine is absolutely amazing. What divine source energy will do your spirit team. I'm telling you, guess what they're going to do? They're going to stand there and they're going to make it worth your while, because you had the intention to do what you wanted to do. So they're going to make it worth your while. You're going to learn a lot along the way. You're going to be able to grab hold of this, grab hold of that, and do something with it and make something, shake something is what you're going to be able to do. And you're going to do that. Grab all your good nuggets, transmute all the negativity, and you're going to keep it moving on up out that world. And then you're going to get in the corridor of the mind, i.e. the soul. The soul is sitting there and it's deciding now, what are you going to create for your next move? So every day, now let me tell you, in the process of elevation, there are haters, baby. I mean, it's just what it is. Okay, it's not a person who is on a chosen mission. You're not feeling like you're better than somebody. You realize the point of your call. So that's not even that's the furthest thing from your mind, but that is something that you will be definitely accused of. And don't lose any sleep over it. I mean, okay, baby, I'm focused. Okay, stay focused. All right, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Stay focused and listen. There are people that are called. I think there are going to be more people that are called online and called even to play more with the spirit team. As you become awakened and you realize that your spirit team is moving and they are excited, there's a life force that is next to us, in us, all around us, more profoundly than we are. Literally. So when it comes to the idea of you being in the position of awareness, there are a lot of you are going to be called in different rooms, different career moves. Any of you who are called to play cards, to do cards with the divine, your divine spirit team, don't be scared and don't worry about what somebody is saying. We all have the intuitive power and ability because that's what we were created with. We were created with that. Okay? Your focus should be, however I am guided, I will go. And what another say. That's period. Don't worry about what somebody else is talking about. Because not everybody has arrived there to understand. But the person that needs to hear you, they will hear you, and they need to hear you. They're waiting on you to step out of the fear of judgment, the fear of what perspective somebody else is going to have regarding you. And that's the way that they're going to go. The divine will give you your own little flavor. Your own flavor. I know I went through hell and high water in the back of my mind because this was absolutely foreign to me. So foreign. Not from my lineage, not my DNA lineage, I should say. Yeah, so we are actually more. I teach people how to understand how to come into the discovery of your soul's life's genealogy. That is extremely important, very important. Okay, so we're gonna get a chance to step into the truth of us. But don't worry about that room. Get on up out of there. It's okay, because when you make that move, that's how you will be elevated. That energy is very toxic and is pulling you down mentally. Some of you you don't know how to separate. You don't know how to separate from the negativity, and you let it consume. You have been letting it consume you. So what I'm going to say to you, now that you have walked in this room, and some of you have been guided to the room. Let me be clear. Some of you have been guided to that room. So then it's divine, what am I to experience in this moment now? What am I to experience in this moment now? So that you can sit down, be still, don't worry, be still, and get those nuggets. So that you can understand why you are there and get that, okay? Sometimes there's different levels to it, especially if you are a chosen one. There's different levels. So you may be at this road here experiencing it. Then the divine takes you to another level and it becomes more personal and you find out another avenue or area of that same situation that is more powerful and profound later on down the road, and then you're put to the test of realization of how you've grown, which empowers you and inspires you. So there's always room for growth. There is infinite possibilities for you, baby. Infinite possibilities. And you have been called for a higher calling, okay? But you have to step into your authenticity for that to happen. You are being called to be authentic, and you need to move on about that room and wear it well. You wear it well. Freedom. It says, Viva Las Vegas. So you're being called to freedom, baby. Free your mind and the rest will follow. That's right. Okay? Honesty with yourself. Right? The most miserable person in the world. There is no abundance if you cannot be free. Okay? No freedom? No abundance. Not for real, for real. While you put on the show and put on some clothes and some diamond earrings. No. I love every last one of you. I choose to be guided. I love you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And transformation it is so.